completed. Our correspondent gathered that the state governor Yesumike at the flag-off ceremony in February 2018 promised that the roads will be completed in December of the same year. But a visit to the community by correspondent Alfred Alarichi reveals that while the first coating of the Ngoshimini Oro Akwa Road has been done, the Ngoshimini Oro Azi Road was yet to be completed, leaving traders and residents stranded. Some shop owners at the Ngoshimini Oro Azi Road told our correspondent that the delay in the completion of the project has badly affected their businesses.
It affect us. No market, no movement because there's no road. How will they come where there's no road to pass? The road is not good. Tell them the road is not good. We don't suffer. See now, I think when you are passing and you see how you find it difficult to pass it. Talk less of when rain will fall. So it's not a good thing. The road, no way, no market. People are not passing. When people pass, that's where you will say nobody, no road.
Now for this thing, they cry for mind. See where woman beings sit down. See where me I sit down. See my shop. Son down they hit us. We don't come here. Nothing they come out. I beg them, make him finish am. They say February don't they pass. So nothing come out. So.
Some indigenous of the community, including one Bekwele Yechi, while lamenting the residents suffer more in the rainy season, claimed that the Osmoserve contractors were last seen at the site in November last year.
Though they tried a bit in that first section where they started, they were able to conclude the first part of the Mboshinora Core Community Zone. Then remaining for the Mboshinora Zone, that's where abandonment started. Though if they work like for a month, they may not work for like 2-3 months or some weeks before they come back to the site.
If I leave rain start to fall now, you cannot even imagine this place we are standing now. And if you go to that front there now, that extreme there, you see that place, water used to enter into people's houses, even the houses that we know this is our ancestral home, but they have demolished our houses and we are not having even a place to stay. See here, the project is still in this form.
When our correspondent contacted one of the top member of Osmoserve Global Limited, identified as Alex, on the said delay, he assured that the project has not been abandoned, but noted that he was not authorized to give an official statement on the issue. Our correspondent also cited a payloader excavator that belongs to Osmoserve Global Limited at the dilapidated Ngoshimini Orazi Road. Cultists within Obele community in Emoa and Ishupu in Ikore local government area of River State are hot with the introduction of Obele Security, Peace and Advisory Committee. Reports say over 16 suspected cultists terrorizing the community and the neighboring Ishupu communities have been killed in a clash with members of the OSPAC. Cultists in Obele had returned to their hideout to carry out their criminal activities months after they were said to have embraced peace, a development which led to the emergence of OSPAC in the area. Our correspondent gathered that the OSPAC had, on resumption of its operations 3 weeks ago, informed those who were still engaged in cult activities to embrace peace by taking an oath with them. Reports say while some responded, others declined and instead decided to challenge members of the local vigilante. A magistrate court sitting in Port Harcourt has granted bail to the tune of 1 million naira each to 8 female suspects accused of stealing a baby. According to the charges, Grace Azikwe, Confidence Ianacha, Love Adumo, Ebere Uguna, Teresa Ganriel, Kate Mubana, Patricia Oluje, and Regina Akuru were alleged to have conspired to steal the child in a church in Wokpara Street within Wimpy Junction, Rumiprikam community in Obiakpo local government area of River State. In count 2 of the charges, Grace Azikwe is accused of stealing the 1 year and 4 month old baby boy belonging to the Igwe of Ogbaland, Eze Chinedu Nebugo Igwe, inside the church and told him to Regina Akuru at a sum of 500,000 naira. In other counts, Theresa Ganriel, Kate Mubana, Patricia Oluje are accused of defrauding Regina Akuru in the sum of 900,000 naira, which is punishable under the Criminal Code of River State. Senior Magistrate Rita Ogugwo, who granted the accused bail after they pleaded not guilty, ordered that the surety for 7 out of the 8 suspects must be a level 15 civil servant and a government-recognized first or second class traditional ruler who must show proof of recognition and verified by the prosecutor, while the surety for the remaining suspects must be a level 14 civil servant and a clergyman. Our correspondent Uchendu Ejowo reports that Senior Magistrate Rita Ogugwo adjourned the matter to the 25th of February 2010. I beg your pardon, 2020 for hearing. The suspects were said to have been arrested by men of the Mile 1 Eagle Squad crack of the Rivers State Police Command. You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. After the break, more news, foreign and sports story stations.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
The time is 14 minutes gone past the hour of 6, and you are still tuned to the World News on Today 95.1 FM, voice of the people. Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. Now, I'll bring you the rest of the bulletin. The Supreme Court has adjourned the hearing of former governor of Imo State, Emeka Ihedioha, to the 2nd of March 2020. Ihedioha approached the Apex Court with an application to reverse itself on the judgment sacking him from office as governor. At the hearing, counsel to Ihedioha, Kanu Agabi, filed an application stating that he needs a little time to file some processes before the courts. Counsels to Governor Hope Uzodinma and the Independent National Electoral Commission did not oppose the application. The 7-man panel of the Apex Court, led by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Tanko Muhammad, after listening to all the parties, adjourned the matter to the 2nd of March 2020 for hearing. Similarly, the Supreme Court has adjourned to 2nd of March the hearing of an application filed by the All Progressives Congress seeking the review of the May 24, 2019 judgment which nullified the victory of all the parties' candidates at the 2019 governorship elections in Zamfara State. Counsel to the APC and others, Robert Clark, applied for the judgment to enable himself the processes on the 141 to 148 respondents. Clark had refiled the application in November last year after the Apex Court had struck it out on August 22, 2019. The Independent National Electoral Commission has continued to defend its decision to deregister 74 political parties. This comes as the Federal High Court yesterday restrained INEC from registering 35 out of the 74 political parties that were affected. INEC Director of Voter Education Festus Okoye, who was speaking on a television program monitored from our studios, said the electoral body merely implemented the law as contained in the Constitution. Okoye said none of the affected political parties met up with the requirements of either winning elections or maintaining its structures across the Federation.
The fact of the matter is that, one, none of the political parties that has been registered is claiming that it has structures in accordance with Section 225AA of the Constitution. And secondly, none of them has claimed that it met the constitutional threshold in terms of having won a certain number of seats in the state or National Assembly, or having met some other constitutional requirements in Section 225B and C. They have not claimed that. What they are saying, in effect, is that allow us to exist, give us time to win futuristic elections, and then you can use that